By the middle of the school year, teaching starts to feel heavier, even though routines are set and students know the expectations. Lessons that worked earlier in the school year now require redirection. Feedback takes longer to land, and progress feels uneven. This is not because teachers are doing something wrong. It is because the system shifts somehow mid year. Students seem to be carrying more cognitive load, gaps have widened, and stamina is lower. Teachers usually respond by tightening their pacing, adding the support, or pushing harder to stay on track. But those moves often increase friction instead of restoring momentum. The core issue is that instruction is still moving forward, but the conditions for learning may have changed. One pattern that shows up is that students complete work without being able to explain it. For example, a student turns in a correct answer but cannot explain why it works, or participates in class but cannot connect yesterday's lesson to today's. Teachers sense this and start reteaching broadly, which hoards time and energy without targeting the real need. A more useful move mid-year is to narrow what you are listening for rather than expanding what you are covering. Instead of asking whether students are keeping up, focus on whether they can articulate one idea from the lesson and explain how they use it. That might sound like a student saying, I chose this strategy because it worked when the numbers changed. Or I went back to the text because my first answer did not match the evidence. Listening for that kind of explanation gives teachers clearer information than another worksheet or quiz. It also reduces the feeling of teaching blindly. This does not require any new material or major redesign. It is a shift in attention. And when teachers center explanations over completion, instruction becomes more responsive and less exhausting. Students also experience less pressure to perform and more opportunity to clarify their thinking. The risk of ignoring this mid-year shift is burnout. Teachers push harder while students disengage quietly. The takeaway is that mid-year teaching is not about accelerating. It is about recalibrating what counts as evidence of learning. And when teachers adjust what they listen for, momentum returns without adding more work.